Hi there, my name is Nils. I'm one of the co-founders and CEOs of DigiFarm, and this is our closeout video report for project ID 1200197, Satellite Agriculture DApps with DigiFarm and EndMaker for final milestone. Um, Here's a full project overview, but here you can see, of course, the milestone outputs were us to demonstrate that we've done 500 transactions on the NFT across the ecosystem, successfully applied the NFT, technical roadmap, of course, and maybe I'll go through each individual section. Um, so the first thing we did, of course, was to process the satellite imagery data. So you can see here the total areas in Kenya that we covered. So these little grids are central two tiles. And we focused on three primarily agriculture regions here. So and these are the tile numbers and the dates of the imagery, of course, of the deep resolution. And first is pretty raw. So when we delineate field boundaries, we use satellite imagery data from Sentinel-2, and then we super resolve it from 10 meter to 1 meter, so we can actually see the boundaries because they're really small in this part of the world. And then we need a lot of training data for being able to delineate them well. So you can see some of the first results that we had. I'll let them load here. It might take a little bit of time, but they're certainly not as accurate as we needed to get them to be able to actually get good value. So here you can see again the expanded area that we had, the five different Sentinel-2 tiles, and then I'm going to zoom into my field boundaries. So you can see here was the first version of the demo data we had in the different regions, and you can see they've been delineated here, and it includes the coloration is, I'll go through that a little bit later, but it's really a long-term sustainability index or productivity. So we actually look at vegetation from the satellite data for every individual field for 40 years, and we look if it's increasing in productivity, in vegetation, biomass, and from the plants over time, which means they're green, or if they're decreasing, which is red. Then this is a good leverage to for the metadata that we include in the minting and NFTs, which also enables then insurance companies and finance companies to be able to improve their risk engagement, but also be able to reduce premiums, of course, for farmers. So they have lots of history and data that they can rely on. So let me go back to just the POAs here. So of course, proof of the minted 500 NFTs transactions. So I'll upload that here, but you can see here are the in total ended it's being 560 NFTs. You can all see them here being minted, and I'll just quickly just show an example here. But you can see, of course, every field boundary has a unique identifier, and then you can also see the sustainability index, which is one I talked about earlier, actually. So positive number, it's going up, and negative, it's going down. We also have bare soil index, which really tells us how much bare soil exposure there is over a season. And you want to have that as low as possible, of course, because you want more plants to be growing on it during the growing season. The total area in square meters, the country, of course, is Kenya. You have the dates that it was delineated on the satellite imagery data. So all of it's here. And you can also see that in the NFT, we also included the background image as a deep resolution Sentinel-2. So it's from the same date as the boundary's been delineated. So instead of putting it on Mapbox or Google Maps, which has different dates and normally quite old, we actually have a match by match. So this is what we're minting, which is good. And I will also show this in your wallet. I'm not sure if it's necessary, but you can also see here all the metadata, same thing. And then I will also show we have the screenshots as well. So from these is what we're submitting. So, and then I will also share the minting evidence here, which is also part of the deliverable. So let me go back down here. The second point here. So it's sorry, wrong one. Here you go. So this is now the CSV file where you can see the field ID. So every field has a unique identifier, which is important, and of course is part of the ability to trace it back to where that geolocation is and the data that we're going to enrich it with. Here you have all of it, transaction ID and the Explorer URL and pool.pm. And then I'll also go back in here. So next is the 10,000 pre-configured off-chain. So we decided, of course, to pre-configure them and then also have 500 minted preview examples. So in our Fund 13, we've created the web application that actually highlights this, but you can see here all the 10,000 pre-configured ones, and then you'll be able to also see community NFTs, which we call it, which are the 500 ones that we've actually minted, and you can see the data from them here. So same thing, NFT info here, and you can also have the links to the Explorer and Pool FM. Okay, so let me just go ahead and go back to my list and just show you the second point. Sorry, 1 second here. So the NFTs pre-configured. So this is all in CSV files in the Google Drive that we're sharing in the POA submission. And you can see it all here. So here you have all the 10,000 ones, and then we also have the metadata in a different CSV file. Okay, and then the next thing is buy-in. So of course, we're very lucky to work now with several members of the Cardano ecosystem for a little while, and of course Landano and Zengate. Also blockchain for good, as well as common land. So we're really able to expand this now as much as we're doing. And one of the things we've been able to do after this project, which has been great, is being able to expand this now to one of our partner projects in Fund 13, which includes Syngenta. Sorry, I'll just wait for this to load, but it includes the Syngenta India Foundation, Anastasia Labs, and Maker Studio, and which is a significant achievement for us because it means that we can go from now we have previewed a few hundred NFTs and showing some value through the ecosystem, and also insurance and finance companies and organizations in Kenya. But it also actually enables us now to sign the contract now with Syngenta India Foundation through this project, Fund 13 and 1300178, where this includes now 100,000 farmers in India, which we're able to mint and expand on this project for, which is incredible. So yes, back to the original point, the testimonial is here, but it's from, let me see how I can open it here. Oh, you can see it now, actually. Yeah, so this is from one of our very early supporters, Ambassador Joram Benzvi, who's a Cardano ambassador, of course, and it really highlights, I think, the value of what we're trying to bring, and it also has been validated somehow as well through the engagement we have now with Syngenta and Anastasia Labs, etc. Yes, okay, sorry, I'm baffling on here, so I'm going to close out. So link to the closeout report. Closeout report is here, has all the information, standard ones to go through, and then link to final closeout video, which will be this one, of course, and a validation integration demonstration. So all the metadata, this was already highlighted in the CSV, and I've also included yeah, you can actually see, of course, the metadata, which I highlighted earlier, which is all here. So you can see all of these parameters for all the NFTs and all the links that we've also shared. Yes, so I believe that's it, and we'll share also this access to where we now minted and put them in the web application, and also yeah, very, very happy for the support and very excited to keep building on this now and finally getting some traction usage to the ecosystem. So thank you so much, and please let me know if you missed anything on the video, and thanks again. Bye bye.